So Damanhur, an ethical and spiritual eco-society and model for sustainable future, brings to the world, and now Australia, truly utopian practicality and spirituality encompassing personal, global and universal values for the greatest good of humanity. And there's a number, well, they're going to be here next week. I'd like to encourage people to go along, and I'll be handing out the little pamphlets. The first presentation is on Friday, the 13th of April. It's scheduled for Warrandyte, but watch out. And then there's a two-day presentation at Magpie House called Atlantis and the Ancient Galactic Civilizations. And that obviously corresponds to what I showed you before. The Pyramid Code says there's evidence there, scientific evidence, that the human race goes back tens of thousands of years in a very highly developed way. And there's still a lot that can't be explained, like the pyramids and the structures that we couldn't possibly build today with our so-called advanced technology. So that's a pretty powerful workshop, and it's very good value. I think I've got the website for bookings, and it's damanhuraustraliantour.com. I might be able to display it a little bit later on. Okay, so let's play just a short video taken from this video, A New We, which is about ecological communities and eco-villages in Europe. And the video I'm showing is relates to Damanhur's greatest achievement, which is the Temples of Humankind. The Temples of Humankind are a 3-4-storey underground construction, and you'll see. Anyway, they're absolutely magnificent, and I've been told they're not just decorations; they're time and space portals, perhaps. I don't know. I haven't been. But once the representatives are here, they might give us more insight into that. So let's play this one.
Damanhur is internationally known for its temples of humankind.
Another sec, we'll change the sound system.
Can you turn the volume down a bit?
Yeah, I've got to adjust the audio. It's quite distorted. Turn that off, turn that off. Okay.
Damanhur is internationally known for its temples of humankind. The temple complex is an underground work of art built by the citizens of Damanhur and dedicated to universal spirituality, to the union between the human being and divine forces. Through varied artistic expressions, they tell the story of humanity from the beginning and into the future. Built completely by hand, the temple's rooms enclose thousands of cubic meters at different levels and are connected by miles of corridors. This location is one of the most important energy centers on our planet. Energy lines, called synchronic lines, are the energy rivers that link the Earth to the cosmos,
Magnificent, aren't they? Yeah, it's been described as the 8th wonder of the world, and they receive thousands of visitors every year. If you can't get over there, we're bringing them here, okay? So look up DamanhurItaly.com, and the first introduction night is next Friday, Friday the 13th, and then 14th and 15th at Magpie House in Upley with the ancient galactic civilizations, and then Monday is creating a successful community. I think that's in Warrandyte. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday it's inner harmonising at the Mora Mora community just outside of Healesville. And then they're off to Byron Bay. I can highly recommend that. So it's, again, another example, I'd say, of a highly evolved society, highly evolved structure. Very different to the Ladakh one, obviously. I don't know a huge amount of detail personally. I believe they have clusters of 25, 30s, and they're scattered over the landscape on a 50-mile radius or something, and it's about 1,000 people. Right? There's not 1,000 people all in one clump. Right? It's interdependent collectives, from what I understand, and I think also that they've adopted the idea that nobody owns anything. Yeah, was there something you wanted to add, Nicholas?
The way the society is collectively out in the community, you'll have a farming group that has an interest in a particular type of farming, and so they will form a community of about 15 to 25 families, and they'll have one big house, they'll have their own rooms and things, but the common areas, so the work is common, the eat is common, and their entertainment is done in the common area. Like the centre itself, where they all come together for their performances and things they do. They do a lot of artistic dancing and shows and things, all telling a story of our involvement. It's all related to personal growth, and they work to help each other grow with it. If someone needs help, they will provide that. And fundamentally, it all belongs to, they're a federation. They're like a state within a state now. And the Italian government has now taken them on board as advisors to change the Italian law, make it better. They're in demand by all the other communities around, they're at the foothills of the Alps. Where they went to was a desolate area. It was basically all the trees had been stripped out, and Olivetti, who was a person for humanity, he was a very caring man. He built a factory there to make typewriters, so he provided employment so the community didn't die there. All the farmers were leaving the land, and there was an old fellow there buying up all the farms as they got sold, because he had a dream that someone would come there one day and buy the land and create a community. And that's what happened. When they went looking, they found this place. They travelled all over the world. They actually came here to Australia. They were looking for where the synchronic lines cross to build this temple. And they found it their own backyard. Up the road, 40 kilometres from where...
There's only two places on Earth with the synchronic lines.
That's what I was saying before. The synchronic lines
Tibet and
is Tibet and Damanhur. And they're very special places. You can travel time there and all that sort of thing. And you can develop your spirituality at a faster rate if you're working at it.
Yeah. All right, well, I've got to move on. Yes. I've got some posters if anybody wants to take some. If you've got a good spot you want to hang a poster, grab some. All right. So I'll move on. Thank you, Nicholas. Oh, right, these just describe the courses, the introductory evening, Atlantis and the ancient galactic civilizations, creating a successful community and inner harmonizing. I've got a couple of quotes on the bottom which are quite pertinent. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. From Buckminster Fuller. And I have had this issue with activists trying to fight the system. Well, perhaps that's not the way. You know, perhaps it's better to move away from the system. You know, it's like the idea of being in the world but not of it. Because by fighting the system, you're actually giving it more energy. Right? Also, the same concept of you want to be anti-war or pro-peace. Right? They sound similar, but the pro-peace is the way to go. And another quote from an activist and author: "This may be the most propitious moment in history to join an intentional community." And I've already outlined a number of reasons why that's a path that we should consider.